What is up, vlog? Number 3 here. We're here in the legitimate sound studio. Made it myself on my own equipment. So, what's up? Today we'll be talking about the wedding banquet, key ideas of the film, etc. So I'm gonna share my opinion. So the first main idea of the film, I think, is the main idea of overall is just don't try to accommodate others' comfort, especially that of family, who's the closest people to you, when it could end up hurting you at the end of the day. Stay true to who you are. And in the film, Wei Wei is repeatedly trying to cover up who he is. And that could only last so long, especially when Wai Ting's parents announced that they're traveling from Taiwan for the wedding, which is a big stir-up for sure. For Wei Wei, the pretend marriage with Wai Ting makes sense for her, for the goals of her life, I guess. But it is also painful because she actually has a crush on him and wants to be married to him for real. So this, for both characters, it's just painful in their own ways. One with the family, one with her having a potential family with him, but she can't. I think after the wedding banquet, Wei was pregnant. That kind of really just shows that the main idea of the film is to be transparent, and sometimes the truth may hurt, but a skewed truth, a false truth, even if it's a little bit misconstructed, can hurt even more, especially when you're dealing with that of family, because an important thing in family is honesty, and I learned that from the hard way with my parents. One time my dad found a whole bottle of vodka in high school when I was a sophomore in my drawer, and he asked, "Whose is it?" And I said, "It wasn't mine, blah, blah, blah." And he's like, "I'm grounding you for 2 weeks because you lied. If you just said it was yours, you would only been grounded for 2 days because it was a shitty vodka choice." Okay, let's go. So I think the film is transnational because obviously all the characters are Taiwanese, and the film brings together a lot of culture while still maintaining the English language as the dialogue. They still bring in Taiwanese language, and you see that in a few scenes with the family, and which makes it extra personal to Taiwanese people, especially that of their family. I think another way it's transnational is the way the wedding is portrayed. I've never seen anything like that. It's like a whole ball. It's a fantastic scene, and by bringing together that culture, and also mixing it with primarily the English language, that definitely makes the film transnational. Another way is the family's customs, of course, because, Asians tend to be strict parents, but we see this in the film, the way of parenting could be totally different to that of how many families operate in the U.S. And as I said, a language is another way. So what I liked about the film, overall, I liked the film. It was a good film. I like the Taiwanese culture for sure, because it's something I am not familiar with. For me, most Asian cultures, I'm just a little. I love the food. I know what I know, but I don't really know. So learning anything about new cultures to me is just super interesting and fun, and that definitely came through in the movie. And coming from a cultural melting pot from Miami, like myself, I've always been a fan of other cultures. I grew up with Cubans, Jamaicans, Haitians, and I love other cultures. I don't even feel really like just a normal white American male because of my upbringing in Miami. I also like the tension in the film because I was anticipating, for a while, the parents would be finding out the truth. And I knew, and I was kind of hoping there's going to be this crazy, family feud and, maybe a fallout or a split of the family, and I was just that's really what I enjoyed. What the film changed about me, what I think about the film made me think about my own marriage and how I want to have. I know many say you should invest your money that you get from marriage and do a home and have a small wedding, but it kind of made me want to have a big wedding and have fun and have an extravagant wedding and honestly, not a traditional wedding. I want to bring in some culture to my wedding, and I also, it makes me kind of want to just be transparent with my parents, especially. It makes me want to be transparent with my family, especially when I'm older, because I know that's very important, especially as a developing, fully grown male, folks. But yeah, and I think lastly, the thing that changed me about the film was me developing a sense of care for the characters by the end of the film. And I really felt like just from all the fear and anxiety and the genuine moments, it just made you develop almost a relationship with them. So that's my opinion on the film, guys. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. See you next week.